Tea on the other side of the screen. Hello, Shine here. Welcome to my channel if it's your first time, and welcome back if you've watched my previous videos. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who watched last week's video, my birthday story. I know it was long, but many of you still finished it. I just want to let you know that I really appreciate it. Anyway, moving on. Today I want to share something that I've learned during that one day that I felt so down, which I mentioned in my previous video. During the time, I did a lot of thinking and crying, and that's fine. Just like what my dad always told me, it's normal to feel down sometimes, and that's okay. But you should never dwell there. You should make it a choice to get out of that state. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't mastered this one yet, because if I did, I wouldn't have been in that state 2 days before my birthday. And if you're like me, that's fine, because we're still a work in progress. What I learned during the time though is something that God pointed out and reminded me. Like what I've mentioned, I was frustrated at my failures, my inability to finish the project I had. I was just so disappointed at myself. But it was then that God pointed out to me that it was precisely because of these things that He had chosen me to do His work. The enemy attacks us by pointing out every single flaw, every single mistake, and every single regret that we have, using our weaknesses and brokenness against us, telling us lies like we won't be able to accomplish big things because of what we've done in the past, because we are lacking, or simply because we just can't do it. But like I said, it was precisely because of these things that God uses us. It is because of these experiences that we have a story to tell. Had I not been in that state 2 days before my birthday, I wouldn't be able to make this video right now. We should always remember that all things work together for good, including the pain, the hardships, the mistakes, and the regrets. All of it is a part of a bigger picture, a process in making a masterpiece, you and me. When you feel small and unfit for the work that God had tasked you to do, don't forget David's story among many others. David was just a boy, a shepherd, with a slingshot and 5 smooth stones. But he was able to defeat Goliath with just one. With God's help, of course. God doesn't need us to be perfect, because no matter what we do, we never will be. We just need to be courageous, just as is stated in Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. These experiences become our testimonies. Testimonies meant to be shared. It will hopefully be an encouragement to others. A friend once asked me what kind of legacy I'd like to leave once I'm gone, and I couldn't really answer properly back then. But now I pray that once God takes me home, I hope that my life story would be one that inspires and encourages people to follow God no matter what. The kind of story that could give them strength and make an impact in their lives. I wrote something after a heart-to-heart talk with my dad, but let me just share it with you. Lord, whatever your plans for me is, I know for a fact that they are nothing but the best for me. I may not go down the path the others took. Where I'm headed may not even have a proper road. But as long as I know that it's where you want me to go, and that you're by my side every step of the way, guiding and helping me, then it's fine. I know that I'm on the right path. I may be the first one to pass this way, so God help me to have the courage and faith in you. May the footprints I leave be a guide to the people passing this way after me, and be an encouragement for them that even though there is no road yet, there's a trail, and that someone has already passed this way. I don't know what God's calling is in your life, or what He is asking you to do. Maybe you've been searching for your purpose. Maybe you've been running away from Him like Jonah. Or maybe you don't know still because you're too busy to have conversations with Him. If that's the case, I do hope you be quiet for a moment and let Him speak to you. But if you've already received your calling in your life or has been commanded to do something, but is just scared to do it or see yourself too small and unfit for the work that God is asking you to do, let me remind you of Jeremiah 17 verse 7. But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in Him. We should not rely on our own strength, because if we did, we really won't be able to do it. God gave us the task, not for us to do it on our own, but for us to have a partnership with Him. So that when we accomplish those things, we won't claim the glory, because we know for a fact that it was all by His grace that we were able to do it. Lastly, if you hear the enemy or the voices in your head telling you all sorts of negative things, like you will never be enough, you're worthless, you will never be able to do it, why do it? There's so many people better than you are. When you hear this kind of things input in your mind, that just means that they know that once you get out of that cage, God will do great things through you. And they don't want that to happen. That's why they tell you all these lies. Now, like I said, this one is still something I struggle with, fighting these voices. But I'm doing my best to defeat them every single time, with the help of God's constant reminder to me that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That's why don't ever look down on yourself, because if you do, you look down on God, because He is the one who made you. For it says in Psalms 139 verses 13 to 14, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." So the next time you hear those voices, remember this verse and just rebuke them. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this video has reminded you once again that you are indeed fearfully and wonderfully made, no matter what anyone else say. And do take care, and God bless. Have a great weekend. Bye.